out there, but I'm still used to having my headphones on so that I can hear my sounds. Like that one. Let me check the audio is working. Hi, everyone. In the UpViral group today, I said that I was going to have a bonus session here at 8 o'clock Eastern. It is 7 o'clock Central Time. And I apologize to the folks that I kind of sort of didn't remember that there is an Eastern Time over there in India, maybe? I've forgotten where it is. So I apologize. My bad. It's been an interesting week so far, and it's already Tuesday. Time flies when you're having fun. I'm launching a new contest for a food company on Thursday, so we were working on that today. Finished up my Fuji contest, although I haven't been able to draw the winners, and I'm not going into that discussion. There's some issues with, let's just say there's some issues, and leave it at that. If you're here and have made it, just post a comment, let me know you're here. I'm not going to be mean or pick on anybody, but it always helps the algorithms if you comment, and that lets people know that this is exciting. So if you wouldn't mind, at least say hi. Pop in, say hi. You don't have to tell me where you're from, but that's an easy thing to ask. So, and if you want to know when I'm going in the calendar, you can get to that at giveawayrocket.com/calfree. So you can add my events to your Google Calendar. You can subscribe to that, and you can know when I'm going to go live. I will be going live again tomorrow morning, at least morning my time, to do contest review stuff. So look forward to that. I'm here to answer any questions if you happen to have questions about UpViral. And that dang thing popped up again. I don't know where that's coming from. One of my keys on my Stream Deck is launching an app, and it takes like 20 seconds for it to show up. And I don't know what's causing it to happen. So it just drives me crazy. So if you have questions about running a contest, if you want to know some more information about running contests, see, I think I figured that out already. Maybe. Because that button was the last one I pressed. But why do I talk about contests all the time? Well, this is one reason. Carla consulted with me because she was stumped trying to figure out what to run for her contest. And she and I spent 45 minutes on the phone, Zoom, and she said 30 minutes into our session, it was clear that what my next steps were and what her offer was going to be for her contest. That just really throws me off because it flips my Stream Deck all around, and now I have to get back to where I was to turn that off. I'm sorry. I'm going to figure that out. I'm going to have to, because it's very annoying when everything changes. You guys can't see it on your end, but everything changed. I got apps popping up all over the place. I love the Stream Deck, but it's not difficult, but it's just kind of time consuming because I've created all these things, and there's something going on. See, the other thing I need to do, if I go here, for example, it's not always about going viral. It's about having targeted leads for your contest. And that's exactly what we do when we create our contests. So many people say, this one. So many people say contest leads don't buy. And yet, if that were true, the big guys wouldn't be running contests. If that were really, really true, you wouldn't be seeing people parking a car in the mall that they're doing a giveaway for, so you can win a car. It takes numbers, especially in that case, I think, to get people to end up being buyers. It's a lot of it's name recognition. But anyway, if you're here, please let me know, comment, and I know I said I was going to answer some questions, so that means I have to have some questions. Y'all have to post some questions. Bang, bang, bang. If you don't post any questions, then I'm just going to have to go stream of consciousness. Now, one of the things I will give myself a plug, because I'm here, if you are doing contests, and you're like Carla, who struggle to figure out what the right offer is, the right prize, the thing. And this is, I can show you in the Upviral group. One of the questions of today was, how do I figure out what the right prize is? Redding Buzz says, hi, Mitch, from YouTube. Thank you for popping in. I love being able to stream to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I don't think I'm on Twitter. Twitch. All those kind of places all at one time. So I get to meet people like the Redding Buzz. Now, I had is that in Connecticut? My uncle used to live in Redding, Connecticut. And I fell in love with the girl next door. Her name was Missy. That was back in the, 71. No, it was probably earlier than that. Late 60s. God, that was a long time ago. So, if you have any questions, make sure to pop them in, because that's what we're going to talk about. But Carla asked me, to consult with her about how to pick the best prize, and I've just released training that I call the Win Planning Series, and I'm laughing because stuff is popping up that I really don't want to pop up. Don't be distracted, Mitch. Don't be distracted.
I'm not sure I understand.
Siri thinks I'm talking to her. But I could go in here and go,
oh my gosh, Mitch, do you hear yourself?
Yeah, I know. See, you're crazy.
Mitch is here.
I love these. These all came from a TV show that's on Apple TV, and one of the characters' name is Mitch.
Then more people love Mitch.
Isn't that awesome? But if you go to that giveawayrocket.com/win planning sales, and theoretically, if my keyboard shortcuts worked properly, and I'm pointing over there on my second monitor, because that's where my chat is, you'll see the link to go to there, and that is, I really need to add up all the time. And my video's stuttering again. There are 20-something modules in that course, and there's a lot of content there. And I will be releasing, for those people who are in the course, a search engine. So you can go in and watch the videos, and then when you think of questions, you can go back and watch parts by asking questions. It's using a tool called Searchy. And if I switch over here and I turn that off, something is just not right. If you go to giveawayrocket.com/search free, you can see the sample of all of my free content, which is not all fully loaded yet. But this video, for example, in about an hour, will be uploaded through Searchy, and you will be able to see it on that page. And I'll give you a secret word, something that I don't think I've used before, lion. I don't think I have said the word lion as in the animal before. And go to giveawayrocket.com/search free and type in the word lion. And you will get right to this spot in the video. And your mind will explode because you're going to go, wait a minute, how did that just happen? And you're going to think to yourself, by the way, that all happened automatically. Mitch did a Facebook Live, and within the hour, that video was ingested into the search engine, and now it's here, and I can now search it. Totally hands-free. Mom, I'm riding the bike. Look, no hands. I know, I'm a little goofy. But that search engine is freaking awesome, and you're going to hear a lot about Searchy in coming years. And look, that thing just resized, didn't it? So, go away, search bar. I don't know why things are happening. So anyway, we came here to answer questions, and nobody's asked me a question yet. I know there's people here. I see that there are people here, whether you're on Twitch or you're on YouTube or you're on Facebook in multiple places. All you gotta do is type in there and ask a question, and it will appear magically inside my chat. But since there aren't any questions yet, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over, if it's still open, into the UpViral group, and I'm going to talk about some of these things. So I am switching over to my desktop, and I believe you can see me. Hi! And you can see my desktop, which says, what is your biggest struggle when it comes to running a contest? So interrupt me at any time when you have a question about contests. So this post is really awesome. I was trying to get some feedback from people about what the biggest struggles are so that I can address them, right? Rachel, whom I've consulted with, so there's a plug for me. God. There's a plug for me. Ring the cash register. Getting creative with awesome rewards to unlock that viral sharing. How do you do that? Great question. It is a great question, and I wasn't really planning on it, but that is an awesome plug. Dang it, I pushed the wrong button. Something is just wrong with my Stream Deck programming, because it's jumping all around. It's not search free. It's this one. If you go to Win Planning Sales page, which just appeared in your messages in your chat, in that training, I have an entire section on how to do rewards, how to get people thinking about sharing, because that's, frankly, I call it gravity in my training. It is one of the most difficult things to get over because people don't want other people to be in a contest. They want to be the only person that's eligible to win, right? I mean, if you were to enter the contest to win the car at the mall, you don't want anybody else to enter. So why on God's green earth would I tell people, hey, go down to the mall and sign up to win a car? I'm not going to tell them that, right? So rewards and sharing are a major topic. And if you go to that Win Planning Sales and buy the course, it does cost money because I'm giving away lots of secrets. And frankly, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this on top of you. If I've said this a million times, and you're going to hear me say it a million times, it's kind of like being one of the candidates here in the United States to run for president, Bernie Sanders. I've watched Bernie Sanders speak several times, and he keeps repeating the same stuff. Well, he's in front of different audiences, right? But if you haven't heard this, your email list is worth $1 per lead per month. $1 per email address per month is what the marketing industry says you should be able to earn from your email address, from your email list. And that's why people are are doing contests to grow their list, because the people that they attract are more likely to buy their stuff. And once you got them on your email list, other than paying for, like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign or whatever you're using, it's virtually free to email those people. And therefore, you make money from them, then you are building your business, you're getting them to buy stuff, you're getting them to know, love, and trust you. You got a better chance. See, I'm covering up my face. I just realized that. You got a better chance to get them to buy when they know, love, and trust you. And therefore, you want to get more people on your list. Oh, great question. So let me flip back over here. I got to go back over here, and I got to press that button to get that to go away. And why things... So the Redding Buzz says, even in the food and drink industry, like a restaurant? Holy cow.
Oh, boy.
Yes. The answer is yes, strongly yes. There's a guy who has a course on Udemy, or Udemy, depending upon which way you say the word, that teaches local businesses how to run contests. It's a great course. Last I saw it was $10. It's not as good as mine, okay? He goes into a lot of the how about how to, get a restaurant. And a restaurant is his exact example. Well, you're on YouTube, so hold on 10 seconds. Let's see if I can do this on the fly. If you'll be patient with me. If I do this, and I type in Talon, there is the course. Hopefully that comes through to YouTube. There it goes. It's got a check mark. So theoretically, that came through to YouTube. That course, Chris Talon talks about getting a local restaurant to do contests and how to make money getting restaurants to do contests. So you do the work for them. So you do something like, hey, win a free dinner for two, beef it up by connecting with a limousine company. So you get the restaurant and the limousine company to pay some money into the campaign, to you, for running the campaign. Maybe you do flowers. So you get a florist to come in on the contest. All of them paying you a little bit of money to run the campaign, and then they get the leads. I mean, this is a cash cow. May not be $10 million, but I know lots of people that are doing local businesses, and they're running contests to grow their audience, grow an email list, and then you got them hooked, right? Now, I know people are saying, well, text apps are doing really great in terms of connections. Yeah, you can run a contest and you can ask for people's phone numbers and you can connect to them on their text machine, right? You could run contests on Facebook Messenger. I am on a Facebook Messenger where a team of people did a campaign for their bar. I've forgotten, it's a pizza place, bar, whatever. There's two. There is a pizza place and there's a bar that I'm on in Facebook Messenger. So they contact me periodically and say, hey, we got specials going on, whatever. So, yes, Redding Buzz, thank you for asking the question. This is absolutely a great example. Every month you send out an announcement of a new contest. People don't get tired as much about possibly winning something as they do you just banging them on the head going, hey, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, or come to my restaurant or whatever. If you give them a chance to win that, psychologically, they're going to be more interested in coming to your restaurant, even if they don't win, because you've put forth the effort. You've put out the offer. I mean, McDonald's runs their Monopoly game, right? People still go to McDonald's afterwards. They don't just quit going because the Monopoly game is over. They go because they've been put into this habit, right? McDonald's sends out emails and says, hey, I know the contest is over, but come back to McDonald's. We have this special. Or look what Ronald McDonald House is doing. I mean, they do all kinds of different emails. So, yes. The answer is yes. Thank you for the great question. Feed me another great question, because I love those kind of things. Yes. And yes, if you're over on YouTube and you want to come to the search, don't forget that. You can come back and look at this later with that keyword that I talked about. Or you can come back and look at the word restaurant, because I've said that multiple times, not only in this video, but other videos that have been recorded. Search for the word case study, because I've mentioned multiple case studies. And now, of course, you'll find this one, which doesn't have a case study, but I can tell you. Let me do this. Let me go. I'm here. If you go to giveawayrocket.com and you go to the resources tab, which is right up here in the menu, resources, you can look at this free case thread. Free thread. Let me try that again. The red thread, which is the name of the business, case study, and it's free. I didn't have enough characters up there to put the whole red thread. You click on this little icon which has a link on it, and you can grab this for free. Doesn't cost you anything, but you do have to give up your email address. I do want you to be able to learn more about contests. But Jennifer, who runs this business, added 3,800 leads to her contest. To her business. And it says here, in 6 weeks. But that's because she was in my Win Together program, which is launching next Monday. Again, if you're interested, come on over and talk to me. And I will get you in that class, because it's going to be freaking awesome. In that class, by the way, we take you from not knowing anything about contests to understanding all of this offer stuff. And the win planning class that I was talking about a few minutes ago, that's included in the Win Together program. But that's the first week. We figure out how to do planning. We figure out what the right offer is. The second week, we end up... You can't see me, can you? Or yeah, you can. Am I in the right place? I gotta get this. The second week, we learn how to use UpViral, which is my favorite tool. And if you want to use a different tool, that's okay. But we learn how to use a contest tool to build your campaign. By the end of week 3, we've looked at everybody's campaign. We've built them. And by week 4, you run your contest. Jennifer ran her contest. She got 3,800 leads in her contest. Now, if you go back to, let me quickly come back to this slide. 3,800 leads she added, which comes up to how much money every month she's now adding to her business. 3,800, right? $3,800 a month times 12. She's now added over $30,000 of potential revenue to her business through running one contest. So, why aren't you doing this? If you have a business, why aren't you running contests? Why aren't you doing this? Redding Buzz asking great questions. The best email service provider to set up a restaurant for this contest. Any of them. There is... Email services are a dime a dozen, so to speak. You find good features about one and the other. I'm currently using ActiveCampaign, which is more expensive than some of the others, which, long story there, but I'm on ActiveCampaign. I've used MailChimp. I've used a tool called FeedBlitz. There are gobs of other tools on the market. They tell you that when you graduate to bigger lists, then you end up on Lead, which is part of Infusionsoft. So I mean, there's all kinds of. So there is no best. The key is get started. A lot of people jump on MailChimp because MailChimp is free for the first 2,000. So if you're just starting out, that's a kind of a good place to start. It doesn't have all the features of all the other more expensive tools, but you can build a list there. You can live your entire life. Another new one is Klaviyo. That's Klavyo. Klaviyo. The client I'm launching campaign for on Thursday is using Klaviyo. So there's all kinds of tools out there. Kartra is another big one that people are using because Kartra has landing pages. You can put a course in Kartra. It has email services, so it's got a lot of stuff wrapped up into one thing. There's all kinds of them out there. So I'm not going to tell you which one is best. If you want to just frickin' get started, go with MailChimp because it's free for the first 2,000 people. Depending upon the size of your community where the restaurant is, you ought to be able to get that up and running in a couple of weeks, get a contest going. Come to my class. We can build your contest in the next 2 weeks and have it running within the 3rd week, starting next Monday. And bingo bango, you're starting to grow leads. We're going to have that all set up and running, and I can't guarantee you're going to have 3,800 like Jennifer did. But even my good friend Heike, who's the horse person, and I got a horsey sound for you. Where'd it go? So I got so many screens here. Here's the horse. My friend Heike ran her first campaign, and she only got 623 leads. Her goal was 500. She did that in 3 weeks. So, yeah. You can build a campaign and add leads in a hurry. Campaign I just did for Fuji brought in 8,500 leads. That was the USA only. I've done some contests that are worldwide for the camera environment. We got 56,000 leads for one campaign that I did for Canon Rumors. You can get the big numbers if you have the connections, but a local restaurant, you're obviously not going to get that kind of numbers. But you don't want big numbers. You want the people that are interested in coming to your restaurant. Great question. You're asking some great questions. How much did she spend for Facebook ads? In Jennifer's case, this Red Thread case study, I don't remember. Frankly, that's a great question, and I don't remember the answer. I don't think it was very much if she did. Her biggest draw, all right, in her case, and this again something that we teach in the course, was that she had incentives built into the campaign such that if you were in her contest and you were a thread person, quilting, sewing, all that kind of stuff, you could get a free spool of thread from her, which was worth $5.75, and have it mailed to you. So people were working to get those free spools of thread. It cost her money, but what people were doing was referring their friends whom they knew were interested in sewing. So Jennifer grew her list to 3,800, by getting people to refer other sewers. And if they reached a certain level, then they got a free spool of thread. So, yeah, it cost her some money. But all of those people that came on were highly motivated because they wanted to win the big prize as well. And they were going to bring on potentially some friends. And so it all adds up in a big time hurry. Now, she actually started this, I remember now, because this was last fall. She seeded her with her existing email list. And as I recall, she had, I don't know, 700-800 people on her email list. So I'm not sure she even spent any money on Facebook ads. The Fuji campaign that I did for Fuji just got 8,500 leads. Ad spend was zero. Zero. Now, I sent to my existing list that has photographers on it. We also seeded on Facebook. We had influencers do stuff. We had other ways of getting traffic, and we spent zero on Facebook ads. Cost them nothing other than the prizes and my fee to run the contest. I need to have a slide for this. Maybe I think I do. I think I do, actually. Because if we go here... Ooh. So in 2019, Fuji ran 2 contests and got 8,700 leads each for a total of about 17,000, right? Now, the way the marketing guy in Fuji told me, he said, you get me the leads, I'll convert 3 to 4%. He knows that he can convert his email list. So suppose a Fuji camera costs $500. Now, the ones that we were giving away were $1,200 and $1,500. But let's just assume that it's a cheaper camera that somebody buys. Let's say that of those 17,000 people that we added to his list last year, let's say 7,000 of them were crap leads that'll never buy. And so let's go with a number of 10,000, this number right here. 10,000 people on his list times 0.01, and I'm shrinking the thing again, times $500 is 50,000. So if he converts just 1% of his list, are you hearing this? Are you paying attention? For those of you who are watching, and thank you for watching. If he converts just 1% of his list into a buyer of what I'm saying is a cheaper product than what they typically sell, he's going to make $50,000. Now, he's not going to convert them the day after the contest. He's not going to convert them immediately. But over time, he will convert them. He knows he can. He thinks he can convert 3%. So his $5,000 investment on running a contest has turned into $50,000 if we lowball those numbers. And those numbers I got from him, right? He told me he'd convert 3 to 4%. I didn't make that up. He knows he can convert 3% of his list. I'm not making stuff up. This is a real, honest example. Ask him if contest leads convert. He'll tell you the answer is hell yeah. So, anyway. So, again, Redding Buzz, to answer your question. And by the way, Redding Buzz sounds like the perfect example. If you contact me, get me over on Facebook. My last name is Aunger. There aren't very many of us. Mitch is my first name. Go to facebook.com/planetmitch and you'll find me. There are 4 people I know I can think of right off the bat that are doing local business giveaways as their main driver. There's a guy in Australia. His name is Tony Kashawi. I actually have a video that's an hour long where Tony and I did an interview. You connect with me, I'll give you that actually it's in the search. That search link that I gave you before. You can go watch that video. You can watch the entire video. It's over there. Look, search for Tony Kashawi. Kishawi, I think, Kashawi. And we talk about building. So what is Tony doing? Tony is in Australia. He's got a small town. He has been doing weekly Facebook Lives of what's happening in Melbourne. And I know it's not Melbourne, it's a small town. But I can't think of the name of the town anymore. So he has, as I recall, 4,000 people on his list. I mean, I'm sure it's in that video. And every week, and those people show up every week to watch his video about what's happening around town. And so what he wanted to do was to start doing contests for the local businesses. And he said, well, I'm going to do it for them for free. And I said, no. Where's my sound? Here it comes. Whoa! No, you're not going to do it for free. You're going to charge them because they're going to get the list of targeted leads, right? You don't do this stuff for free. You may not charge them an arm and a leg, but it all adds up. And if Redding Buzz, you asked about Facebook ads. These people would be willing to spend $1,000 a month on Facebook ads, wouldn't they? Well, why the hell wouldn't they just pay you that $1,000 and you run a campaign for them and they get a list at the end of targeted people that they can email, or you can do that service for them of sending out emails, which is what that course I gave you earlier tells you. As an add-on service, you'll manage their email list for them. And, by the way, you keep the leads, too, because you're going to send out the next time that you got a big contest going on and you got all these people. And so, but I go back to my example. The other thing that people don't think about, local businesses constantly, I don't know, not all of them, but some of them will buy a billboard or rent a billboard, right? You know how much they pay to rent a billboard? Obviously, it depends upon the location. But I did an investigation here in St. Louis, Missouri, where I live, and they started anywhere from $1,000 a month and went up to like $3,500 a month, depending upon the location. Some business runs a billboard praying that somebody drives by and goes, I got to go there, right? Yes, eventually maybe somebody will stop in, but they spend that money like it's gold because they're praying that people will show up. And yet here you want a contest for them. You're handing them a list of people that have raised their hands and said, I want to know more about your business. I want to win that dinner for two with the limousine and the flowers. They've raised their hand. They've asked to be told about that stuff. It's a hell of a lot better than a billboard. Why would anybody do a billboard when you can build a list of people that have raised their hands and said yes? Amen. Can I get an amen? Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. No, not everybody that signs up is going to actually eventually buy something. Some people just want to win something for free. That's okay. You're going to play the numbers game here. It's a hell of a lot better for those people that maybe don't only want something. It's a hell of a lot better than driving by that damn billboard that they're paying $1,000 a month for. I mean, I'll risk because people always ask me, well, Mitch, how many leads how many buyers, how much is that going to convert to sales? Does anybody ever ask the billboard companies, are you guaranteeing that I'm going to get $5,000 in revenue for posting that billboard for $1,000? Will you guarantee that? And the company goes, hell no. I don't know if the right people are going to drive by and see your billboard. Why? But yet they throw money at that all the time. I've lost my headphones. Hello? I know the video's stuttering again. So, I've now rambled for 40 minutes. If you've stuck with me, thank you. I've gotten to, none of the other questions, but that's okay, because Redding Buzz has asked some great questions. And Redding Buzz, if you're still there, I'd be happy to answer more questions if you got them. You just got to type them in before I decide that nobody else is going to ask any questions and it's time to quit stalling and hang up the phone. This is what I call an awkward Facebook Live or live stream time delay thing. I think I've given you quite a bit of information, right? So let me turn that off and let me switch over to this. And let me just put this up again because I know that you guys should be interested. I'm going to put this up. And that link shows up in your chat box. And you managed to squeeze in a question, so thank you. Let me turn that off again. And something's going to pop up, I know. You won't see it, it's okay. Should I have the restaurant or craft beer place offer 2 or 3 giveaways instead of just one winner? Ring the bell. Great question. Absolutely. That's as a slight plug. Inside that course, I actually talk about that. But I'll give you the tip. The answer is yes. When I have surveyed, and yes, I have surveyed people who enter contests, because I want to know what works and what doesn't work. So many people run a contest and never bother to find out what worked and what didn't work. I don't understand people sometimes. I know it's extra work to figure this stuff out, but I've been through the extra work, which is why people hire me. Plug. See, now I don't have my headphones on, so I don't know if it worked. But, well, what was I saying? People hire me because they realize, let's see, I've completely forgotten. Oh, because I survey the people that enter my contests. And the number one thing that they said, okay, it wasn't the number one thing, but one of the big things they said was, offer more prizes that may be less expensive, so I feel like I have a better chance to win than one big prize. And I explain a lot more inside that course. But the answer is yes. And it's even better, like I said, if you could get the limousine company to kick in a limousine night, or flowers, or you said craft beer, maybe somebody has mugs that they can put in the pot. There's all kind. You start thinking about other things that are related to the restaurant or the craft beer place. Heck yeah. Oh, look. Huh. I love that. I agree. See, Redding Buzz? See, you're in a good spot. If I'm reading the fact that the name is Redding Buzz, that you're running local marketing for local businesses, or getting people excited about events that are happening around the town, you're sitting on a gold mine. Absolute gold mine. Because you've got the attention of people, you've got the attention of businesses. You put those two together, and it comes up with that. That's my favorite sound, by the way. I have it plugged in on my Stream Deck, so there's easy access. And it's in multiple places on my Stream Deck, so that when I switch around to different pages of my Stream Deck, I can get to that sound. All right, now Reading Buzz, and anybody else that's watching, because I know there are quite a few of you out there, this is the awkward time where I'm about to hang up. We've been talking for 45 minutes and 3 seconds. If you have any questions, quickly squeeze them in. Just raise your hand and say, I got a question, before I hang up. And I'll keep stalling. But otherwise, for tonight, and I'll do this again, in case you missed it earlier, if you want to know when I'm going live, because I talk about all this stuff all the time, go to giveawayrocket.com/calfree and subscribe to my calendar where you can see what time I'm doing what. I'll give you a hint that tomorrow at 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, which is where I am, I'm going to be reviewing a contest and explaining what worked and what didn't work. So, tune into that. But you got to get on the calendar to be alerted that that's going to happen. Alright, so, nobody has plugged in a question. I'm going to assume for now that it's time to go. And we will talk to you again on another episode of Crazy Mitch Goes Online.